A husband who cares around the clock for his spouse with dementia gets a much-needed break once a week when Nancy from Caregiver Volunteers of Central Jersey steps in.
It gives me an opportunity to relax, for one thing, and it gives me a new outlook. It's really terrific.
A child who's being raised mostly by his mom spends quality time with a big brother, a positive mentor who helps keep his little on track.
It's so easy to get off that path, and all you need is a little encouragement to stay on that path, to do the right thing.
And at the ARC of Ocean County, young adults with special needs learn meaningful skills that can lead to employment and a more fulfilling life.
Working here is a good thing for me for learning and helping others in the sweet shop.
These are just a few of the programs that have received financial support over the past 3.5 decades from the United Way of Ocean County. Today, to honor the collective legacy of the presidents of United Way's Board of Directors, join me in celebrating 35 years of leadership and giving.
We started a United Way chapter because we thought it was necessary to centralize fundraising and to help raise funds for smaller charities that could not do it on their own.
Harvey York was on the founding board of the United Way of Ocean County in the mid-1970s, and he's been involved ever since. In the 1950s, in this rural area, a population explosion began, with the county growing to become home to well over 500,000 people today.
The growth in Ocean County, major developers were coming in, tract developments, very fast, very large, bringing thousands of people into a county where no one ever lived. They needed social services when they got here. They needed the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the Little Leagues. Someone had to come up with the money to fund them. And quite frankly, that's what started off the United Way. That's what got everybody involved.
The nonprofit United Way of Ocean County raises funds through its own special events and receives grants from foundations. Through workplace campaigns, including the largest at Exelon Oyster Creek, employees generously sign on to donate a portion of their paychecks. United Way then distributes funds to agencies doing the front lines work. In simpler times, long before social media, hand-painted signs rallied the community to help reach each year's campaign goal.
The thermometer was meant as a visual aid for people driving around town to see how we continually crept closer and closer to our goal. We wanted the people to feel that the drive, the campaign, was their campaign. We were simply offering to manage their funds for them.
While I was president, we were transitioning away from just a general allocation model to more of a needs-based model.
Today, United Way thoroughly researches the community to figure out its greatest needs, then funds effective programs that improve the education, income, and health of county residents. Every year, teams of community volunteers scrutinize agencies' funding applications and visit each site in person to get an accurate feel for its work.
We hear stories, or we may read in the newspaper or on the internet about problems or issues. You hear about homelessness, you hear about hunger, but I don't think that it really hits home to you until you get involved and you see it firsthand, that there really are people in this community close by that need our help.
When we go out and we look at the various not-for-profit agencies, we make sure that they are doing what they say they are doing. And through our, I want to say, mini audit procedures, we make sure the funds that we give them, and therefore the funds that they raise directly from the community, are being used the way they say they are. And I think that's probably one of the most important objectives that United Way fills, so that way the community at large can feel comfortable with where their dollars are going.
As the community continues to grow, and especially during tough economic times, the need for even the most basic necessities like food only rises, requiring each of us to do what we can to give back. Past board presidents say volunteering at the helm of United Way was one of the most challenging and rewarding experiences of their lives.
There are very few feelings that match that, because you're feeling like the time spent was well worthwhile. And you can walk away knowing that someone else's life is better enriched because of your efforts.
The mark of any good community, I think, is the ability to fund things like United Way and the different member agencies that recognize some of the needs of the county and go ahead and address those needs. So I think it's important that those of us who have the time and the resources to take part do so and show our commitment to the community.
It's shocking, the cutbacks in federal, state, local monies. Where is this money going to come from? There's certainly a recognizable group of people that have been, for 35 years, supporting United Way. Where are the young people? And that's where we have to learn new ways to reach out to get this younger generation, our kids, perhaps even our grandchildren, to feel the commitment that we do.
I'm honored to be among the 26 men and women who have helped improve our community by volunteering as board president of United Way of Ocean County, working together with countless others who have invested time, energy, and expertise. 35 years of leadership and giving have made a world of difference to our county's vulnerable people who need help the most.
All the money that's given to us goes back into the program to train volunteers to do the direct service that we provide. The funding is vitally important to us. We would not be here without funding.
United Way has been funding us since the day we opened up our doors, and they've continued to fund us because they believe in what we do and they see the difference a mentor makes in a child's life.
United Way has really benefited the ARC, and as I look at a lot of the programs that we're offering, it's decades now of support that they've provided the ARC Ocean County chapter. Thanks, United Way. We're proud to be a partner agency. We're proud to our association with you, and we continue to offer you best wishes for a successful future. Together, we'll accomplish more.
We'd just like to thank the United Way for supporting our program.
Thank you, United Way.